Well, it's early October in Tennessee, and people are getting ready to put their gardens to bed for the winter and tidy and clean things up, but not so fast. There's a lot going on in your garden that you really can't see. Well, we're in the nursery on this beautiful fall morning with my good friend Rita Venable, and she is an avid butterfly enthusiast and also involved in a local butterfly club. And I can never remember the exact name of it. Rita, can you tell me what that is?
It's the North American Butterfly Association and the Middle Tennessee chapter. And we have another one in, a couple of butterfly clubs actually in East Tennessee too.
Wonderful. And one of your favorite sayings, I know, is keep the restaurant open. So for folks who are interested in gardening to attract butterflies and to help butterflies, can you tell me a little bit about what keeping the restaurant open means?
Sure. There are lots of butterflies that migrate through Tennessee, and some we don't even know yet which ones they are. But there are three big ones that the home gardener is going to see this time of year. One of them is the monarch. Of course, we all love talking about thinking about the monarch, and we need to keep nectaring plants for them so they can fuel their journey on to Mexico. Okay. Also, there's the cloudless sulfur. Now, that's kind of a long word, but it's a big yellow butterfly. They love these red tubular flowers that you see.
Now, are the sulfurs, are those the butterflies I've been seeing just lately? Bright yellow,
yes,
flitting through the garden.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, there's another one, the common buckeye. It's sort of a brownish butterfly. It stays lower to the ground, but it's a very subtle beauty, Andy. It's sort of brown, orange, cream colored, and has big eye spots on it. We need to keep flowers going for those butterflies. So that's why I say keep the restaurant open.
For instance, this purple coneflower is still in full bloom. But if we look back here, this cardinal flower is past its bloom and it's got a seed head. In the nursery, we like to keep things clean and tidy, but in the home garden, would you recommend cutting that back right away or leaving it?
Well, deadheading is important in the fall if you want something to keep blooming. So in this case, since it's a perennial and it has what we call spent, I think that it would be good to let it go on and just stay like it is and go to seed for next year's plants. On the purple coneflower, however, if you go ahead and deadhead it now, I believe you'll still get blooms, which this fall even, which would still encourage the butterflies to come to your yard. But whatever you do want to keep the ones that are still blooming watered well and keep them going for the butterflies.
Okay. Is there a benefit for the butterflies to just leaving dead stalks standing in the garden? Or do they prefer a neat and tidy garden, or do they like dead standing stalks?
Actually, if you can keep your garden as natural as possible, that's what I recommend. I just think that it's better for the butterflies. That's what they're used to, and over thousands and millions of years. And it actually, some of them will attach a chrysalis to some of these dead things, and you don't know, they can be very disguised. For example, this butterflies are still reproducing too, by the way. And not only do they need nectaring plants, but they need to keep those plants going. That's what we call a nursery. So you want to keep those going. This is actually our state wildflower. It's called the passion vine. This little caterpillar right here is, and it's feeding on it, if you can see it, is the Gulf fritillary. If you're a UT fan, this is your butterfly. They are orange and white, and even their bodies are striped orange and white. The adults are when they come out. And they will still be emerging on through even after a hard frost.
There's really a great value to the butterflies to leaving some vegetation long into the fall.
Oh, exactly. You're right on about that. And here's another example. This is the same butterfly. And as you can see, these leaves are wilting and dying looking. They will actually turn brown, but the chrysalis will remain and will come out and emerge. And actually, the browner the leaf gets, the more camouflaged the chrysalis is, protecting this butterfly from predators.
So as a gardener and a plant grower, I know that fall is the best time for planting perennials and trees and shrubs. And I can see right here on this little aster that it's been chewed on, which is really fun to see, what we've been talking about, providing food for butterflies. Would you have any tips or advice as to planning your garden for next year?
Yes, this is the time to plan for next year. And asters are a great flowering plant. They're not only host plants like the nursery we talked about, but they're also great nectaring plants for a number of butterflies. Also, think about your shrubs, what shrubs you would like in your yard, and the trees. Butterflies need trees. That structure is real important to them in their, because what you want to do is plant a community. You don't want to plant just all one level of anything. You want that different heights and different structures. So yes, but this is a great plant and a great time to plant them too.
And from a garden perspective, having these blooms late into the fall is a real treat as well.
Very, very good. Yeah.
Great.
It's great.
Thank you so much, Rita.
I enjoyed it. Thank you,
It's been
Andy.
a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
If you'd like to learn more about butterflies in your garden, please visit our website at volunteergardener.org.